In St. Augustine, a couple wanted to come up with a way to preserve a piece of natural land with hundreds of birds on it, but it was slated to be turned into a neighborhood. We told you that story about 8 months ago. Jessica Clark tonight is on your side with a follow-up, and it looks as if the land and its birds are much closer to being saved.
Their underwings are that gorgeous, gorgeous red.
That's Vicki Payne last May in her St. Augustine backyard. She and her husband Bill reached out to me with their story. They wanted to save the land behind their home that is full of all kinds of birds, including roseate spoonbills and wood storks, both of which are threatened species. But the developer of the Madeira neighborhood where they live had plans to build homes on that tree-filled land.
We don't want it strip cleared.
But they had never maneuvered through the government process to try to preserve land.
Absolutely never.
Now, 8 months later,
We've gone a long way.
Vicki Payne energized her neighbors like Paul Hamill.
We're working with the government now and other parties.
The North Florida Land Trust, which works to preserve land, has teamed up with the Paynes to guide them through the red tape. And now they're asking the state to buy not just the original 3 acres the Paynes wanted to save, but 50 acres along the Intracoastal Waterway just a few miles north of downtown St. Augustine. People who live in the neighborhood here tell me the developer and landowner of this land is willing to sell about 30 acres, which he says is about equivalent to several dozen lots for homes. The other 20 acres is from other private landowners and the airport in St. Augustine, all of whom are willing to sell to the state for preservation. Parts of the neighborhood are still under construction, and one of the key questions the state will have is,
as the neighborhood develops, the lots that have been sold, will the birds stay or will they go?
North Florida Land Trust President Allison DeFore says the land has a good chance of being preserved, but time will tell. Payne reminds herself why she started this grassroots effort.
I'm doing it because I could not live with myself letting all of that be destroyed if I didn't try to preserve it. That simple.
In St. Augustine, Jessica Clark, First Coast News, on your side.